Wake up and let's go to the Mindless Morning Show.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Mindless Morning Show. I have my co-host, as always, Dakota. Dakota, say hi.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
And so far, we have one half. We are going to be surprised by the second half, but as of right now, we have Becky from the podcast Homespun Haints. How are you doing today?
Hey, Josh. Hey, Dakota. Thanks. I'm doing great. It is 4 a.m., right?
You know, something like that.
Yeah, close enough. Wide awake for 4 a.m.
Close enough.
People think we're like, really? What? You look like that at 4 a.m.?
Yeah. Oh, man. No, I would, I'd be a zombie. This show would not happen if that were the case.
It would be an interesting... I feel like our recordings would go a lot differently if we were doing that at 4 a.m. every time.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I am totally mindless, obviously. What is Homespun Haints stand for, or what does that mean? Exactly?
Okay. You're not mindless at all. Most people don't know what a haint is. So a haint is it's a Southern term. It actually came from the Gula people in Low Country, South Carolina.
Okay.
And it means a haunt or a booger or a nasty, something you don't want in your house. And if you've ever traveled to like South Carolina or Savannah, you will see people who have their window frames and door frames painted this light blue, which is called haint blue. And it's supposed to keep the haints out of your house. And also very commonly in the South, probably even in Florida, you'll see porch ceilings that are painted this blue. It's not to trick mosquitoes into thinking it's the sky. That is just what they tell children. It's to keep the ghosts out. So yeah, I grew up in Appalachia, up in Upper East Tennessee, and haint was just a common word there too. It's sort of spread from South Carolina all throughout the Appalachians and the Southeast, but it's not a word you hear in cities. It's really more of a old-timey word.
I'm going to refer to the podcast as Homespun Boogers now because
Homespun Boogers.
That's okay.
Just sounds great. I can't say I've ever heard that. I don't know exactly what hue haint blue is either, but I don't know.
You said like the sky for mosquitoes, so like
a
lighter colored blue, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's like a light skyish blue, like a light sky blue.
I was like, I didn't even think mosquitoes were that smart for people to be like tricking them to think it's the sky anyways.
We got the other half here.
Oh wow, what a surprise. You ruined it.
Are you guys
everybody
ready?
Be surprised.
Okay. All right. Well, we gotta. It's the second homespun booger.
Nice. Oh no, it's a haint!
Hello, welcome to the recording.
Yeah, welcome.
I'm sorry, you get no chance to prepare. We're like already live, and
here we go.
we
told us haints are boogers,
my fault for being late.
No, not a problem. We just learned haints are boogers.
Mm-hmm.
That was new to us, so we now know it's the homespun boogers.
We are. Yes. You should hear us burp. That's our tagline.
I did. And actually,
tagline, nice.
Me and Dakota were just talking about that video of burping the alphabet, which it was very impressive. First off, Becky.
Well, I didn't do anything, but yeah.
No, what you did though was add the comedy of saying you're impressed by her control of her sphincters, which I died laughing. I was like, oh my goodness.
That's why she keeps me around for adding the comedy. Yep.
Perfect.
Well, if at any point you want me to burp your names or anything like that, just let me know.
I'm kind of. Can you do Josh and Dakota? I want to hear that.
I haven't prepared. I haven't drunk anything fizzy today.
You said it, and then I'm not going to say no.
I mean, you're going to offer,
or just say the Mindless Morning Show would probably be better.
She has to meditate for a second. Hang on.
and then followed up with some throw up and
I wasn't very well prepared, so thank you. I usually can do better, but like Diana says, I do some meditation and I get myself in the zone.
Yeah. Deep breathing.
We did another burp recording this morning. I was trying to psych her up. She's like, shh. I have to get in this zone. So
yeah, I tell you, I mean, we put all this work into our videos, time-lapse videos and art projects and all sorts of things. And what gets the most hits? Me belching the alphabet. So I'm like,
That
well,
sounds
you
about
know,
right.
that's I don't know why I bother.
it's the wonderful world we live in. We like the weird nitty-gritty stuff.
oh yeah.
But I mean, I gotta say, you guys are definitely involved in the spooky and haunted. You guys talk about some stories that really make me happy. My house is not haunted, and I am safe, and
I know.
haven't seen any ghosts. Well,
Yet.
one,
Right, I know.
but she's nice so far.
Oh wait, what?
I know. I was gonna say. I know. I already know where you're going with this one.
Yeah, so
I appear behind you again.
No. I've literally only seen this little girl in a white dress, like an old timey white dress, pretty vintage white dress, always just in my hallway. And I've lived in this house like 95% of my life, and I've probably seen it only like 3 times. So she never does anything. She just stands there and then dissipates, and then so I don't think anything much of it, and nothing.
What
really
did we
weird.
What did we learn about children ghosts?
What did
You don't remember?
they're innocent? No, I totally forgot.
What our ghost hunter friends that we interviewed told us, that if you see like spirits that are children, to not interact or do anything with them, because they're most likely like a demon in disguise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like
You get what you
See,
guys
that's
think
why.
about this?
See, that's what I was gonna say. This is why you keep forgetting about it, is because you're just ignoring.
I probably just like erased it out of my mind. Like,
Yeah,
nope.
every single night you turn around and see it, and you're like, oh hey.
Well, Josh, from our experience, seeing a ghost, like full body apparition 3 times in your life, is like a lot for a lifetime. So
Yeah.
don't discount
a full
it.
body is pretty
Yeah,
rare.
that's
I feel like.
Yeah,
Also,
I figured
we've
it
been-
was fine.
it's
Well,
fine. That's what I think
also-
about my haunted house.
With how
too.
many
It's
many
fine.
times you've brought it up, I don't think it's fine anymore.
I haven't seen her since I've talked about her, so I mean, maybe that's okay.
Maybe that's all that she needed. She just needed to know that she was acknowledged, and then she could move on.
That's true. I've heard that's
Well-
usually a thing with them, right? I mean, you guys probably
Who
know more.
knows? I mean, people say
Seems to
that,
be.
but I don't know. I think that's more of a movie thing.
That's the thing. We're not experts on ghosts. We just listen to a lot of ghost stories. That's our
Yeah,
expertise.
but that like makes you an expert, right?
Yeah, I guess so. We can offer a little bit of advice that might be comforting for you, Josh. First of all, it is very common for ghosts to appear in hallways and doorways and bathrooms. They like toilets. I don't know what's up with that. Well, I do, but
Gotta pee, yo.
but hallways are like these liminal spaces. So it's like a transitional space. So there's like a metaphor for why they appear there. And also, if next time you're near her, if she shows up again, which she probably will, I don't know, I think she will, not to scare you or anything. Some dark and spooky night. They tend to like to show up during electrical storms.
Say
But
lightning.
yeah.
I'm sweating right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you feel like heat coming off of her, it might indicate that it's an evil entity. But if it's like more cold, then it's not. It's probably just a ghost.
That'll be hard to tell living in Florida. It's kind of always hot here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also that sulfur smell, you couldn't tell with that either because that's everywhere.
Oh,
So-
well, I mean,
so
I don't
basically-
smell any sulfur in the house, but if I do, I will immediately leave.
So basically, you just need to get rid of your hallways and doorways, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Live in a 1-bedroom studio.
A giant
open,
garage.
Just open everything up.
I can do that.
Yeah.
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 That's why open floor plans are so popular.
Yeah. Ghosts don't like it.
Ghosts. Yeah.
It makes sense.
With blue walls.
Yeah. There you go.
There's a trend
So-
I've noticed blue doors being popping up everywhere, and I'm like, I wonder if they know. I wonder
Blue
if they
doors.
Doors.
know.
I mean, I feel like by now, the majority of the world would be haunted by the amount of deaths that have occurred, especially wrongful deaths. So like, I almost feel as if there's rarely anywhere you can go as a safe haven from ghosts, whether they're good or bad. But you know, I don't know. I feel like it's so uncommon compared to what I feel it should be, unless it takes a certain like empath or somebody with that ability to actually see. So we could be surrounded by them completely.
Yeah,
That's a spooky thought. I'm not sleeping tonight.
I think that's probably the case. They're everywhere. We just most
Probably.
people don't see them, and only the super strong ones, like your demonic ghost child girl in your hallway.
Wait, whoa! How did she get demonic all of a sudden? Why are you doing
Said
that?
it, not me.
Dude, yeah, Josh, don't say that.
Okay. So you know, I do have my little shark. He's kind of like a ghost.
Oh, you've got one of those too.
Dude, that's
Yeah, I
probably
love
why
it.
the ghost is there.
Dude, well, it ain't taking my shark.
It's trying to get its pet shark back.
It's just trying to get baby shark out of its head. That's all.
That's true. I've listened to that many times thanks to my kid.
Yes, you have. Thanks to you and your kid. I've also heard it quite a few times.
Yeah, we'll be playing. I'll sing it every now and then.
I mean, it is catchy. I'm not gonna lie.
So,
It's a catchy one.
Diana's in the dark room there with the spooky like wallpaper, the black trim,
Water
like
bottle in the background.
I mean that's your house has to be haunted, right?
Well, Becky says it is.
It's totally
I have-
haunted.
Unlike you, Josh, I have not had 3 different instances of seeing a full body apparition of a spirit. That's not happened to me. I'm
Most
not
people
that
have it.
lucky. But I have had dreams from the point of view of a being, an entity, a human perhaps, moving around my basement since I was a kid. And I've lived in this house since I was a kid. This is my childhood home. So
Okay, wait, what?
yeah.
Wait, time out. Hold on.
You're dreaming as being that person in your basement.
So you're like
Yeah.
Bran Starking into somebody in your basement?
You're warging them.
I'm inceptioning into a ghost. Yes. So it is potentially a ghost. So one time I thought I was having a conversation with the ghost. Frequently I'll go up my basement stairs and I'll feel something grabbing at my clothing from the back, like it wants me to stay down there. Right as I pass this little secret passageway that goes into my basement from my hallway that I've never opened. We still don't know what's in the secret passage, but as I pass it, I feel fingers kind of clawing at the back of my clothing as I go up the stairs. And this used to happen a lot when I was a teenager because I was remodeling my bedroom. And so I moved down into the basement to sleep there for about a year when I was a young teenager. Yeah. Teenagers, they don't care, right? So I was like 13 and I was just whatever. So I moved down in the basement and I started having these dreams where I was viewing the basement from a different point of view and there were walls that didn't exist anymore or never existed. I don't know.
Okay.
And then just recently I moved back into this house and I had a dream that I was standing at the bottom of my basement stairs looking up at the kitchen or breakfast nook that's right at the top of the stairs, watching a team remove my body from the house. And that was
Like a team of humans?
like a cleanup crew removing the remains of my body from the house.
I think you should move. I think that's a very viable sign that like
Yeah, that
shit's gonna
house
go
sounds-
down.
Just moved back in though.
No, fuck that.
So like
Telling her.
I'm
Come
like,
with
all
her.
right, so how often was this dream? Were you able to like fly? Did you like
What do you
That's
think
Becky.
about?
She
I'm
had
going.
lucid
I'm
dreaming.
going. I'm going back to the whole Game of Thrones thing. Like, did you eat something and like taste it? Did you ever wake up and have like blood on you?
Oh shit!
Thank goodness no.
That would be
All right, that's good. That's good.
No, that wouldn't be awesome. No, I don't want to wake up covered
Turn
in
into
blood,
a werewolf
no matter
and,
what
like,
the cause. Turn into
All
a
right,
werewolf.
okay, that's fair.
I do have that Teen Wolf moment where I shave my legs and the hair grows back. What the hell?
Oh no,
Oh man, no,
that's insane. I like how he asked the question of like your house is haunted. And you're like, no. And then go ahead and tell us
her
all
house is
about
so
it.
haunted. What kills me is she always feels this thing grab her right at this place where she's got this like secret passage next to her stairs that's never been opened.
So yeah, never, like nobody has ever opened it. Like
My family's lived in this house for 40 years, and I don't think it's been opened.
40 years.
Nobody's
Open it up.
ever been in, like curious to open it.
Can you take the camera to this secret passage area right now?
Oh God, no! Because the camera is attached to this enormous microphone.
All right, okay.
No, we're
I'll send
saving
you a
that.
photo.
Wishful thinking. I was hoping we could see
I can't
some, like,
open it. It's like it's glued to the wall, and then I'm gonna have to destroy the wallpaper in the hallway
like-
to open it. So I got to be ready to
open
like
it.
replace the yeah.
I was expecting it to be like
Bring
we
my knife.
You turn the corner and it's this creepy hallway and there's like darkness and thunder and lightning appears and like
And we just ignore it.
ominous music plays and you're like, no, that's not me. It just does that every time.
But it's not haunted, I swear. It just-
Oh
it
yeah, no,
just
that makes sense that you don't open it then.
I haven't seen a full body apparition 3 times, so
So
Don't open that door.
you guys mentioned full body. So is it typical that people don't often see the full body of something? Because I know Dakota has mentioned seeing like 1 foot just hobble across. Yeah, a green foot, nonetheless.
It was a green. Yeah, it was like a light green foot.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dakota's got
not
some
a
great ghost
That's
stories.
an alien, okay? That's an
No, it
alien.
was. I mean, I could have been alien.
That would be
ghost.
cool.
It was definitely like transparent. It was cool. It just hobbled across the
Nice.
hallway into my buddy's mom's room and disappeared. And he said it does that like every night.
every night. Oh my
Wait,
God, I
what?
think
Just
both
a
of you
foot.
need to be on our show.
Just
Yeah,
a foot.
I
This is great.
Yeah.
Gold.
Dakota
weird and
certainly
random.
has some really good ghost stories. So we should save
Couple.
those for the Haints, the homespun boogies.
I have a couple ghost stories and then a couple of stories that like end up not being something scary and was something really dumb or funny.
As long as it's funny, we love it.
So
That's the story I was about to tell. So I thought I was communicating with my basement entity one time because I felt the grabbing and I turned around. We just had a guest on the show who was like, my dad is a pastor and he told me to just tell the ghosts that they have to leave me alone. And then they would, and it worked. And so I was like, I turned around and I was like, you have to leave. And I just heard,
ooh.
and I didn't know if that was like knock once for yes or knock once for no. So it freaked me out. I ran upstairs. I shut the door and I was like, what's going on? Oh, Becky, I have to tell you this. And then I went down there again and I turned on the washing machine again. And I heard again, it was the hot water heater.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't an actual ghost communication unless it communicates through the pipes somehow.
She communicates through your dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
This is like
it's like
Freddy
Freddy Krueger.
Krueger.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, that's
Yeah.
insane. I had a moment like that a while back where we were living in a house that was pretty haunted with some activity stuff going on. But I was like going to sleep and my closet door kept like shaking and I kept hearing the noise. And I was sitting there in bed and I finally did one of them. And I was just like, please leave me alone. Shake my closet all you want, but just like leave me alone. I need to go to sleep. And then like it kept going, and finally realized that my fan was just blowing the closet door every time it rotated over. And I was just
that's
like,
good.
like, thank God nobody was in here. And felt so embarrassed. I'm like going to sleep, like, oh.
You open the door and Michael Myers is standing there with
Yeah, right. Just like shaking, like, Michael, stop, bro. Go to bed. We've talked about this. Leave the closet door alone.
Yeah.
It's late. Go home.
Tell us what made you guys, or first off, how did you guys meet and get to the point of doing the podcast together?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like a 10-year gap.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we met in Florida. We were both living in Port Orange. I don't know if you know where that is. It's just south of Daytona Beach off of 95.
Yep.
And we Diana was in grad school, my husband was in college down there. He was at Embry-Riddle and you were at Palmer, Diana. And we actually started, I think, regularly hanging out to watch Ghost Hunters. It's kind of
Nice.
And play rock band.
Yeah, play boxing.
What's up?
This was 2006. This is a while ago. Yeah, so
the
we were
perfect time for both of those things.
The era.
Yeah.
The era.
the recession was happening, and we had no money. And well, you were a student, so you didn't have any money anyway.
Right. So
But
we couldn't
I
like go
was-
out and party. So
Right. Yeah. So we had a lot of fun. So Diana did these things called she called them house parties. You know, the show house. It would come on every Monday night, and it would be kind of like a progressive dinner. Like every Monday, you had to show up with something to eat to share, and we all kind of fed each other because we were all
because
poor
we
as
were
shit.
poor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was great.
Smart.
And then, yeah, it was awesome. And then the other fun thing, I'm sorry, I'm like talking all about Diana here because I did nothing interesting. I was trying to like start
Oh,
a
you were
business.
part of it.
But she got you, your mom gave you this van and it was so nasty. Oh, it was like
Ooh.
full of ants and mildew. And we just filled
Right.
it up with like,
Yes.
we just kept all our boogie boards and towels and stuff in there. And we went to the beach like 2 or 3 times a week because my work dried up. I didn't have any work to do. I was done by like 2 in the afternoon. We'd go to the beach and we'd get one of those Publix things of iced tea and we'd pour out half of it and fill it with vodka. And we'd just go to the beach and just that was our life for like 3 years. It was pretty awesome.
It's pretty
Yeah, it
sweet.
doesn't-
Because
doesn't
remember,
sound too
in
bad.
Daytona, you can drive on the beach. I think that's how they secretly hope to control the homeless population, honestly. But you can drive all up and down the beach. And so
Oh,
I
it's
had this
the
nasty
nastiest
old car.
beach.
Yeah, that's
And my mom
crazy.
bought a new car after her 1993 Honda Odyssey kind
So
of
gross.
like almost bit the dust. And I was like, I can salvage this car that's worth about $600. Just ripped out
Like
the
holes
floor
in the
mats
floor.
and made it into a beach mobile.
Challenge
but-
accepted.
The best thing about the Honda Odyssey is you open up the tailgate. It's a minivan. So it's got a tailgate. You open it up and it flips, the back seat flips around. So you can just sit there and kind of like watch the
Drink
beach
on the beach.
and
Yeah,
drink.
that's awesome.
Yeah. It's
Drinking
time.
isn't allowed, but you have to be drunk to enjoy that beach. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But you weren't drinking alcohol, you were drinking the iced tea, right?
Publix iced tea. Yes.
Yeah,
Of course.
so-
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely not at all a beach person. Like, I absolutely despise the beach. I hate sand in any crevice, even my toes or anything. Like,
my toes.
but yeah, I prefer to be up in the mountains, in a forest, in the woods, like things like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, but
I've been in
kudos to
both.
you guys. You made the
beaches in
best
Orlando.
of what you had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no good forest or mountain ranges. I usually go to Georgia or South Carolina or North Carolina for that.
Yeah.
Not that bad of a drive. And some beautiful areas. Oh, man.
That's
I-
why
and-
I'm in Atlanta now. So
Okay. So I drove through Atlanta to get to, not Savannah. I did drive through Savannah as well, which was a nice town. It was Helen, Georgia. That's like my favorite place to go to because we went during the Big Towns Oktoberfest, and it was awesome. The best time I've ever had.
That's what you were
So,
telling me. It sounded. I ended up looking it up, and it looked really cool after you were telling me about it.
dude, it's the best. Like honestly, I'd live there. I'd go there anytime. But yeah, I mean, you guys made the best of what you had. The house parties sound cool because it's like a weekly Friendsgiving almost.
Yeah.
So, that's
Did you ever have
badass.
anybody that like accidentally messed up on the name for house party? Like somebody's coming over for an actual house party, like brings a bunch of booze, like beer pong, and you're just sitting on the couch watching House, like what?
oh, that would have. I think that would have been fine.
We would have loved
Like,
that. That
Yeah,
would
set up the table right there, but we're still gonna watch House.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank God someone brought booze. Yeah.
There was so much booze. I don't remember a lot of those years. It was
That's what living in Florida is all about, right?
Exactly. I mean, right. This you guys won't know it, but mostly whiskey.
Well, now we know.
I thought it was coffee.
Allegedly.
Coffee. So you got, I know ghosts, but like, is there anything besides ghosts, like paranormal, like aliens stuff that you talk about besides that? Or
We've heard a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
do you have any alien stories that have happened to you or anything? Or any that have stood out to you?
Not personally. Diana, do you
No.
have any? I don't
I've
think
never
you
had an alien encounter that I know of. I had a really freaky moment when I was in high school where every day I would come from home from school and I would eat an orange just like as a snack or a banana or something like that, right? And one time I peeled my orange and it started bleeding like all over me. It was just like bright red. And I threw it in the sink and I ran out of the house and I like washed my hands in the hose. I was so terrified that it was some kind of weird alien fruit.
Yeah, that literally sounds like a scene from a horror movie.
It was terrifying. It was so terrifying. And that's the day I learned what blood oranges are.
It wasn't
Oh, okay.
Hey, Mom, Dad, do oranges bleed?
I was so scared. Oh man. But that's the closest to an alien encounter I've had.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Not necessarily an alien encounter, but what Diana is not telling you is she has gone through several portals because she purchased a mirror at a thrift store and put it in her bathroom, and as a result, she's time traveled a few times.
Wait, about a what?
An antique mirror from a garage sale.
Okay.
And I put it in my powder room, as Becky calls it. You know,
Was it facing another? Was it facing another mirror?
Yeah. Is that like
No, that you're not supposed to do that.
Thank you. I keep
You didn't
telling
know
her
that
this.
either?
How am I
Dude.
supposed to shave the back
What
of my
does that
hair?
mean?
Well, like you can use it to like do that, but like you're not supposed to leave mirrors facing other mirrors because it opens portals to like other dimensions or shit. It's dude, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah. So
And
that's
she wonders
happened.
why she keeps time traveling.
Josh, you've learned so much just listening.
Dude, but like,
So like, hold on, like
how
legit
far
time
back have you
traveling?
traveled?
Yeah, like what? How explain this time traveling? Like you've actually time traveled?
It would appear so. I don't know. I think I had time travel visions, maybe.
Okay. I was like, show me the ways. I want to see dinosaurs.
Right? No, nothing that exciting, unfortunately. It's just like a room full of dark furniture when I do it. But yeah,
Nope, that sounds scary.
I definitely most recent time was in my current half bath, which is detailed in Becky's mini episode, The Half Bath Time Machine. But
Nice.
yeah, I was just in there and looked up in that antique mirror that I got at the garage sale with the gold frame because my realtor, I'm trying to fix up this house to sell it maybe. And the realtor said, you know, you don't want that giant ugly contractor mirror. You want like a pretty little framed oval mirror. And so I found the perfect little antique oval mirror, which is insanely haunted apparently. But
It's not that's haunted. You're just not supposed to put it in other mirrors.
all right, well, I did. And so I was just in there washing my hands, you know, looking down at the sink, washing my hands, and I look up and I see a different face, not my face. I had an ex, he kind of looked like me when I was living in that room before, because like I said, I moved away and then I moved back to my childhood home and saw his face and I was like, this is really weird. And I looked out into the bedroom, which was my childhood bedroom, and saw my childhood bedroom, like the old furniture and everything, and just kind of like closed my eyes and took a deep breath and looked back. And I was like, everything's normal again. Okay, good. This is like totally sober moment. Not
We have to.
You want any
drugs. This is just a moment in my life. I was a little sleepy because I hadn't slept very well the night before, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure all mirrors, when you buy one, if you look on the back, it has that little disclaimer where it says warning, fragile, blah blah blah, and then it says don't point at other mirrors. It says
don't point at other mirrors, may create portals. Yeah. And my first time teleporting, I was spending the night in a haunted museum here in town. When
Josh,
you wait, you left your house through this portal and you were in a museum?
No. I was literally spending the night. I was a volunteer docent as a kid. I was volunteering as a docent, like a part-time youth docent at a museum, an art museum here in town. And one of the things we got to do at the end of the docent program was spend the night. And
night at the museum.
It was cool. It was a night at the museum. It was really fun. And
did you get to meet Ben Stiller?
Before that time. But
sorry.
I'm not very good at sleeping in public. I'm not good at that. Like people who can sleep on trains and buses and airplanes and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Freak me out. And like at sleepovers, like slumber parties, I was always like, this is just a party. I don't get the slumber part. So, everybody sets up their sleeping bags and everybody's asleep and I'm reading. And I go into the restroom there in, off a side hallway at the haunted museum. And I come back out of the restroom and I'm in a completely different location. I'm in obviously in a different time. But again, I just saw like a dark room full of furniture, turned around, went back in the bathroom, and came out a few minutes later, and it was just the same. So I have no idea why I'm doing all this teleporting with bathrooms, but
it's the same dark room with furniture.
No, it's not.
Okay. It's like a different dark room with furniture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
I was like tying it back to those dreams you were having before.
No.
I was like, maybe this thing is trying to get you into this room to sit down and talk with you. Like, hey, come on, have a seat. Come on, have a seat. And you're like, fuck off, I'm out. It's like Chris Hansen. Like, hey, come on, take a seat here.
Please just meet up in real life and not while I'm teleporting at night in the bathroom. Come on.
Yeah.
It's vulnerable time.
Yeah. Haven't you learned I'm very vulnerable after these teleportations? Try something different.
Have you tried going back in time to the dinosaurs to help Becky in her archaeological career say that's where that dinosaur died, and if you go just 5 meters over there, the other one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to reinstall the other mirror in my bathroom, so it's double mirrors again. So we'll see if I can.
I am so afraid that she's going to get stuck.
Yeah.
I really
go
just
back in
want the
time.
back of my hair to look good because I don't know what
She's
it
going to
looks
get
like.
stuck, and then I
Have you
won't have
not
a co-host.
seen that movie? You're gonna get replaced by the mirror version of you.
My life is hard. That'd be okay. I'm good. That's fine.
You're like 5 hours in, the mirror version's like knocking on, like, let me back.
Back inside. I want back inside. Life's just simple in there.
Mind.
Oh man.
Yeah, if you put that, you gotta have like a sheet up or something, because you're just gonna have a nonstop portal open.
Thank you for speaking reason. She doesn't believe me.
No, I don't.
I don't even.
It's a real thing.
I don't
Have
need
you
to eat mirrors in my
tried
bedroom.
astral traveling or anything else to that nature? That because clearly you have some ability to do some shit.
Yeah, have you ever done the
focused
astral projection?
I have tried and failed. So
Have you tried with your mirror pointing
With
at
my
the other
mirrors in my
mirror?
no, I'm usually just cutting my hair when that's happening.
Have you tried saying Biggie Smalls 3 times?
I'll try that. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is.
It's a weird episode.
So why can't I just? Why is it that when mirrors are facing each other, it creates a portal? What creates that superstition? Like,
Yeah, why Dakota and Becky?
Mirrors. I already said that.
no, but
I don't know the actual thing. I'm not a mirror doctor.
Mirrors, they're like hallways. Okay, they represent that transitional space between our reality and an alternate one. We would say another plane, another realm, or whatever. So a mirror in and of itself can be a portal. When you put two next to each other, it's kind of like, in Doctor Who, how you can't ever run into yourself, or it creates that like
the doppelganger
paradox.
thing.
Yeah. So it just creates this vortex of energy, between the two mirrors. And also I've heard from mediums, we've heard, because that if you do that, then it also can create a lot more ghostly activity in your house, because ghosts will come in through one mirror and be confused and not be sure how to get back out because there's another mirror there.
Yeah, dude, like wasps.
Yeah. Exactly.
I was so confused. I'm like, you just go back that way,
Yeah,
dude.
right.
yeah, they always get in my screen porch and terrorize me.
I know.
But yeah, see, that's what I was gonna say, but she just said it way more elegantly. Yeah.
I don't know. That to me is crazy. I do believe my house is kind of built on some type of like fucked up ley line of inner dimensions or something, because there's a lot of stuff I have had just go completely up and missing. Like nobody's come over to take my shit or anything like that. Like it just poofs. never to be seen again. And then one thing that
you asked your kid.
no, this was even before her.
Okay. Not the ghost kid.
Oh no, I didn't ask the ghost kid. No.
She's got a little stash. She's got a secret passageway. It's all in there. It's full of socks.
I've
all your socks. That's where they are.
I've lost so many things, and there was one thing. I had an arrow garden, and there's like this top tray to it that holds the little pods, whatever. Top tray was gone, totally gone forever. Like we could not find it, and then like a year and a few months later, boom, it's right there, like out in the open. No way in hell like anybody would have like missed it to begin with, and I was just like. Okay, so that happened, and then there's a few things that like I literally had bought and left in the package on the table, and then next day it's gone, just totally gone. I still have yet to find something that it's called an Oogie Bear. It was a little booger picker for my daughter. But that up and vanished. I mean, there's just so many things that like go missing, and then there's things that I can't ever find. I had to get my wife and ask her, where is it? And I know that sounds like very typical, like the husband can't find anything, the wife's got to do it. But she will literally look in the same places I've already looked. And I go with her and watch, and it's there, plain as day. And I'm like,
she's like got it in her sleeve and like, look, it's right here.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's no way I missed it. I already looked at that. I'm like, how? So like, I don't know. I do feel like there's something weird going on there, but I've never tried to explain it. I don't want it to be explained.
Dude, your wife's working with the ghosts. She sees the spirits and she's working with them.
Or she just has a really good sleight of hand modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my wife's grandma was a medium who did a lot of stuff with dead people, and she can actually see dead people. She just chooses to like totally ignore them because it bugs her the fuck out. So yeah, I don't know. And it was crazy story about the little girl in the hallway. I never once told her about it. She came up and asked me if I had ever seen it, and I was like, you thought? So then like that confirmed I was never crazy. Like she is for sure there. And so
now that's 4 times at least that somebody else is. So how many times has she seen it?
As far as I'm concerned, just the one time.
As far as I'm concerned, just one.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, for the most part, she just ignores it and doesn't even try to talk about it too much because she really doesn't like that stuff.
Well,
I'm like, go talk to them, see what's up. Like, you got the ability, go.
I had brought up aliens earlier because Josh has an alien story that I don't know if he's mentioned anything about it at all to you guys, but I know he probably would be good to have on the show to have his alien encounter brought up.
Okay, I mean, is it a
also
good story
because
or
I
a
haven't,
traumatic
I've only
story?
heard parts of it. I haven't heard like the full story, so I'm interested in it. As well.
You never? Oh, really?
I've only
Are you talking about my dream?
Yeah, you're like your dream alien thing.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a dream.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll bring that up on your guys' show or something.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Dream alien.
It's slightly sexually explicit.
Sounds
We
great.
love that.
Yeah. So
Perfect for our show.
there's
Yeah,
that.
that's why we put that little E on the show. Yeah. Well, you mentioned our my archaeology career, which is completely failed, by the way. It never really took off. I studied archaeology in college and realized I hated every minute of it.
Oh,
Yeah, I wanted to be
Bummer.
an Egyptologist and loved Egyptology, loved ancient cultures and religions and all that, and hated digging. So I think I
that makes sense.
should have maybe pursued being a historian instead. But yeah, but it was fun. And we just talked about the one dig I did do, and I found a 1,000-year-old skeleton, which was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Is really cool.
I wouldn't call that a failed
like-
career. That's a total achievement. I don't know anybody else that's dug up a 1,000-year-old skull.
Yeah,
Well,
I was
as soon as she found it, they kicked her out because she was.
yeah,
a
they're like,
student.
you're not
So-
worthy. No, it was others. They were just, they knew
Not
I hated
worthy.
being there. Yeah, they were like,
Hey, did
"Yeah,
you
we're-"
find that? Let me see it, guys. I found this skull.
Nobody believed me. Nobody believed me. They were like, oh, yeah, she's just making this up because I was like, if we find a body, I get to go home.
Nice. That's awesome.
So yeah, so found
Wow.
it. But
So you,
I feel like it'd be really fun. Like, not obviously the digging
Go for
part,
it.
but finding it.
yeah. I was gonna say,
Well,
so you
that's-
had like a big fascination of Egypt then?
Yeah, I did. Diana and I both did actually, but I was just obsessed as a kid, and
I was
I really
as well.
wanted. Yeah, I
When
wanted to
I
be
was in high school, I was huge on Egypt, like obsessed with like theories and aliens and the Sphinx of Giza more than anything. That was the big one I was obsessed
cool.
with. Yeah.
It's so cool. Yeah, you all asked me if what I felt about aliens in Egypt, and I'm very opinionated about it. I'll say that because
Yeah.
I love the Egyptians, and I feel like they were a brilliant culture. I mean, they, like 4,000 years, maybe more of history there, and I think they built those pyramids themselves. I don't want to rob them of that legacy. I think they were. I know. I see your look.
I think they had some help. I don't want to take credit away from either, but I think they had some help. For sure.
I mean, they do have very, very perfect angles in the granite that things that can't be achieved today with today's technology. So it always and like the cylindrical bores through it are near perfect, and for that time it is almost like completely out of the question, at least in terms of just me thinking as far as the tools that we have nowadays and the technology. So yeah, I kind of believe that the aliens definitely had something to do with it. And so I obviously didn't study it. I don't know too much about it, but I do love watching like a lot of things about it. And you know, I take everything with a grain of salt because I don't know. But I definitely think like the hieroglyphics contain definitely like some type of aliens, even insectoids and things like that. So I'm always like weary of what knowledge they actually had.
Well, I think it's very possible they were visited by extraterrestrials. And I say that, I wouldn't have said that before, but Diana and I did a Patreon episode where we want to find accounts of aliens in ancient cultures, excuse me, but we were like, we want to find like academic journal type of stuff. We don't want to find the like theories that may not have any basis. And I dug around. I used to be an academic. I used to be a professor, so I got into all those like academic journal research places and stuff, and I found this really, really cool article where somebody had compiled all of the accounts of aliens written up by the ancient Romans, and these were things that were and he translated directly from the Latin. I think it was Pliny the Younger that had written these things down. So this ancient Roman historian had gathered these accounts, and then he had translated them. And they were usually, it was like they would get a call, like the Roman army would be called to somebody's house, kind of like the ancient Roman 911, like, hey, I see something. And so these were very militaristic, dry accounts of like, saw strange saucer in sky type of thing. But there were so many of them. I mean, there were like 20 or so over this, and a lot of them happened to occur during one of the Punic Wars. So they were like, okay, maybe people were a little stressed out, or maybe the aliens were coming to help out. But there was like one account of like a space battle taking place over Israel in like the year 1 or 2 or something like. I mean, there's some cool stuff in there, and I was like,
really cool.
Oh man, wait till the History Channel gets a hold of this, because this is legit. It blew my mind. It blew my mind.
I was gonna say the biggest thing for me was the Sphinx of Giza, because the massive doors in between its paws that have never ever been opened, and like the government will like shoot people on sight if they get too close to try to open it. So like literally nobody knows what's inside and has never tried to like figure it out because they don't want to open the door. So like I was like really fascinated by that and tried to like see what I can find out too when I was younger. But ultimately I eventually gave up and found other stuff to look into. But
not worth getting shot.
Yeah, right. I was like, that'd be so cool.
Parachuting in.
Because they did like they allowed somebody to come and do a seismograph on it, and they found that it was hollow underneath and inside, like for like however big it was and stuff. So they're like, there's definitely something down there, but yeah. So
There's a
nobody knows
lot
what
of
it is.
doors in a lot of places, like including the Taj Mahal, that just
Oh, I thought you were
never
gonna say,
opened.
including Diana's house.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, portals.
Yeah.
Portals.
Well, I forget where it's at.
Dude, what if that's the room you're seeing in these portals?
With the old dilapidated couch. And
Yeah, right.
Could be.
it's under the
I don't
Sphinx.
know.
Sorry, Josh. Taj Mahal. What were you saying? My bad.
No, I don't remember where this one door is. I forget the location. I think somewhere maybe in Spain or Peru. It's like a giant door with like this beautiful like snake carvings and stuff around it, but it's like completely sealed, and nobody's attempted to open it because they hear like ocean waves on the other side, and they believe opening it will release like the Great Flood. Something along those
okay.
lines. I would have to. I literally just like seen it like 2 days ago and already forgot it. My memory's shit.
Nice.
Because you're drinking like half whiskey, half coffee there.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Certainly not everybody believes this.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I never know what to believe because I'm kind of one of those crazy conspiracy people that like the government's lied to us about
But, like-
most of our ancient civilization life. And
So
we don't
wait,
know
where
origins.
was it? You don't remember where it was either?
Nah, I
But,
would
like
have to
you like walk up to this door and you can like look around it and there's nothing there. But if you get close to the door, you can.
No, it's like a gigantic fucking like wall and then just this door. Like I think it's in a cavern somewhere.
Oh, so like likely there's water behind it.
Probably. I mean, I'm gonna look it up.
I wouldn't
So-
want to
It's a
open a
portal.
door either. Like,
So Dakota, you talk so I can clicky clacky my keys really quick.
oh well, shit! Now that's a lot of pressure. So I have an alien story that was kind of a funny one when I was a kid, but it's
Yeah.
not actually an alien story. It's my parents took my 3 brothers and I to this like it was like a festival of some sort, like carnival thing, and they had this massive alien experience to go and see. It was like I don't know if it was in honor of Independence Day or it was like Area 51 like type thing that they had. And you go inside this big tent and it's all like this metal decked out room. And there's this sergeant guy talking on the stage, like directing everybody and telling everybody what's going on. And all of a sudden the vacuum starts to move on the stage. And my stepmom is holding me in her arms because I was like 5 years old or 6 years old or something. And my stepbrother is like 13, so is my oldest brother, and my other brother Ethan was like 9 or 10. And when the vacuum starts moving, my stepbrother starts freaking out. So I like see him freaking out. I don't know what to do. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, oh God. And as my dad's trying to calm us down, this alien pops out of the back of the screen and like grabs the like soldier and pulls it back. And like my other brother starts to freak out and my stepmom starts freaking out. And my dad and oldest brother just think it's like super bogus. My dad's like about to walk out to get his money back as this happens. And we're all screaming, like freaking out because this is happening. And like this big door with like a treadmill thing, like conveyor belt opens up and you have to like follow through. And as you're doing this, like shit's just popping out, going crazy. And my dad's just like dying laughing because it's so cheesy. And like, it's so funny to picture now because like picturing my dad just laughing with my oldest brother and like my stepmom and me and my other brothers just like crying hysterically because all of this shit's happening. And yeah, we ended up getting through like towards the end. And something else was happening and another alien popped out, and that's finally when my oldest brother like lost it and stopped laughing and started screaming too. And we get out and my dad like tried to get the money back, but the people were like sitting there looking at the rest of his family just like tears crying to him. My dad's like, that was the worst thing ever, that was so bogus, not real. And we're all like aliens, it was so terrible. yeah so
It obviously worked, sir.
I was like, man, if an alien apocalypse happened back then, we were like the one family to die immediately. Like, we were not ready.
Yeah, I really hope when they make themselves known to us that they're like nice.
They have to be.
The problem's not going to be them. It's going to be us.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, that's why our government's been in touch with them for the last 100 years.
Yeah.
Secretly doing who knows what.
Yeah.
Autopsies.
I don't know. I feel like, honestly, like, what reason do aliens have to abide by any orders or rules of our government? Like, they have complete control. They could just wipe us like that. And I think they're here for nice. They have accounts of, like, UFOs flying around the nuclear centers and disabling the nukes because I don't think they want us doing things like that.
No, I think they're just studying us, and they, you know, I mean, who knows? Maybe we're just like the cows that they're boring holes through their anuses. You know, it's just.
We are the Jersey Shore to aliens. Like, we are probably something that just totally baffles them. Like, how are they this stupid?
That's what I was saying. I always think of that South Park episode where we're just a big ass reality TV show for them that they just watch every single day. It's like, until we stop making them laugh, we're here to stay.
So I found the door, and I will say it is Legend of the Seventh Door. And it is in a temple, and I'm going to try and say this name, but I know I'm going to butcher it. It is Padmana Baswemi Temple.
I think
it's really long.
Perfect.
I think you got it.
But it's got
in a temple. Where's the temple?
Where is the legend of the hidden temple?
It's got like this demon face on top, dragons on it, like
what is it? The
shields.
Legend of the Seventh Door.
It is in
Golden Vampire. What did I just type in?
Vampire.
Okay, here we go. Mystery behind the seventh door of Padman Waswami. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a creepy fucking door.
It's dedicated to Lord Vishnu. It's a shrine located in India.
He's a Hindu god.
Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, India. I don't know, something like that.
So this temple's in India.
It's a pretty looking temple.
I know I'm not good with geography, but are there any oceans close to that? Because I feel like that's what would scare me more is if there wasn't an ocean and you hear the ocean behind the door. I'd be like, I'm good.
Right.
Like
there's like 4 different like legends about it. One of them being the ocean theory. So I mean, I don't know.
It's a scary looking door. I'm good.
I kind of want to have it opened and see what happens.
If I was like decked out in knight's armor and a like cool shield and sword, maybe.
I think then you come off as like bad to whatever's on the other side.
Did you look at the door? There's definitely a dragon behind that door ready to like.
I would much prefer to be completely naked opening that door so like I show that I am no harm to them and maybe they'll accept me.
I don't know. Scuba gear seems like a good idea.
If there's water, scuba gear.
Just in case.
Harpoon gun.
Scuba
In case it is the 40-day flood or whatever.
Oh, man. Could you imagine that actually like would happen? Like somebody is just like, fuck it, I'm opening the door, opens the door, and it's just like the world is now flooding out of this one door. Like that would be insane.
Well, apparently everybody who's tried to open the door has died from poisonous snake bites, so probably won't happen.
Yeah. There's no snakes around. Where'd it come from? Yeah.
It's India. There's snakes everywhere.
It's India. It's India, bro. There was a snake there the whole time. It's on the door.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that because it was part of something I was watching. It was like a bunch of mysterious doors that are never to be opened. Like one's a hotel that they literally plastered over the door. So like that room number is completely missing. Like you can go down the hall and knock and you'll hear the hollowness of where the doorway actually is, but it's just the wall. So there's a lot of crazy ones that really
there's some creepy
intrigue me.
Well, isn't there a place that was specifically built with like hidden doorways that literally just led to nothing or like off of like cliffs or like balconies
the Winchester
and stuff?
Mystery
House.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. It's just you literally there's a door that you just can walk out and fall 2 stories to the courtyard below.
Sick.
There's a door just like that at Universal. On one of the buildings, I think it was the Shrek building. I was behind it one day, and I look up and I see this door, and I'm like, who the fuck's going through that? Where does that go to? Because there's no ladder, no nothing to it, and I didn't have access, so I wasn't able to see. But
my grandmother's house has a lot of that.
Just to Walt Disney, man.
So strange.
We've got secret passages and doors that like lead off of second story buildings and stuff. So yeah, I'm familiar with that. It's part of my family heritage.
That's the one in Arcadia, right?
Yeah. My
Florida.
grandfather's really into octagons, so he builds these octagonal houses, and he has one in Florida, and it's just like he'll like build a door and forget to put a room on the other side. It really freaked my husband out the first time I took him there, because I was like, we weren't married yet, and he was like, oh, let's get married. And we were living in Chicago at the time, and I was like, you have to meet my family first and know what you're getting into.
Nice.
I brought him to this house, and I mean, he was, I won't bore you. Let's just say he was already pretty freaked out just getting there. And then when we got there, like he watched my grandmother just like disappear into like go into a closet and disappear. And he's like, where did she go? And I'm like, oh, there's a secret passage in there. Like just these random secret passages all over the house. And I remember once I asked my grandmother, you know, if she ever did photography, because she's an artist like me. And she's like, oh, I had a dark room around here somewhere, but I don't know where it went. So
That's not freaky at all. Like it just up and disappeared.
yeah. So,
Okay.
but yeah, there's a door on. It's unlike most Florida homes. It actually is multiple stories, because they built it out of scrap that they would find in the middle of the night. And there's this upper deck, and I remember as a kid, I was running through the house and I saw this door, and I was like, oh, I've never seen that door before. I wonder where it goes. I was a little kid. I didn't realize that like I would plummet to my death on the other side if I opened it. And I went to reach for the handle, and there was a massive banana spider just hanging out on the handle. It was
Josh, your
door.
favorite.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm not going through there. And then a little while later, I was on the other side on the ground looking up, and I was like, oh, that spider saved my life.
Yeah, so that terrifying little banana spider just saved your life.
It was not little.
Oh.
Yeah, no, banana
Size of
spiders
my
are
head.
fucking massive, dude. That was the first time I ever like realized, okay, I don't like spiders. I'm
Yeah.
thoroughly afraid of
They
them.
will, yeah, but they're harmless, and they eat mosquitoes supposedly, but they
And they
Yeah.
save lives, apparently.
I mean, they're pretty. So I was volunteering at this like super janky like fucking pet, or it said animal rescue. They literally had like bears, tigers, like behind these chain link fences, and I'm like, that's not gonna hold these fucking animals.
You went to Joe,
King,
you and Joe
holy shit.
Exotic, dude. Yeah, like Tiger King.
Yeah, and so I went to go volunteer to help dig the trenches for.
You're in Florida. It was probably Carol Baskin.
No,
Yeah, Joe Exotic's my state. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
recognized them, but I no, they definitely weren't that. They were like these two people that were like brittle, falling apart. So like they relied
Carol
heavily on volunteer. It was in Mount Dora. I don't know anything about the Tiger King, so I don't know where he was or anything like that.
He wasn't in Florida. Carol Baskin.
Oh, okay.
Carol Baskins was in Florida,
Yeah, the bitch down in Florida.
but I know where Dora is.
So yeah, with theirs, I was digging the trench in this forest because they said like, oh yeah, we got gators to put in there. We just don't want them digging and getting under. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like looking around all the time, and that's where I found banana spiders. And dude, they were everywhere, like hundreds of them. And I was just absolutely terrified. I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes like every 3 seconds. Like I was so miserable. I was like, I don't want to volunteer here anymore.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
That sounds like archaeology.
Sounds like normal day in Florida, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. We went to Gatorland. Is it Gatorland?
Love
there in Florida?
Gatorland.
Yeah, for the first time I went, and I was with my family, and this gator just got out of the enclosure and was walking down the sidewalk, just like chilling. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh crap. I went to the head office. I was like, there's a gator loose. They're like, is it a big one? And I was like, yes, it's like a huge 6-foot gator. They come out and they look at it and they're like, That's not a big one. It's
Yeah.
only 6 feet long.
That's just old Bessie. She's just taking a stroll.
Yeah,
You start poking it with a stick. I'm like, okay, I'm leaving.
All right.
Floridians
Seen enough
and
Gatorland.
gators. We just love them. Like when we
They're
go
like dogs.
kayaking, I try to catch them in the springs because there'll be like the little baby ones just like perched up, getting some sun. So I slowly try and creep up, grab their tail, and yank them in, and
Oh,
it's so much fun.
Have you caught one?
So fun.
dang.
They're
it.
so fast.
Probably
Yeah.
the best.
They are fast. We had one in my grandmother's bathtub once. That was a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it just appeared in the bathtub.
Yeah, surprise to who exactly? Your grandmother or just you?
My
The
sister
gator.
found it.
What am I doing
Like,
here?
how did I get in
Creatures
this
are
I
always-
just
bathtub?
came up from the
Who
sewer.
No, she's on a well.
What hole did it
it's just-
climb out
it's
of?
middle of nowhere. We have all sorts of creatures that like I said, there. Who knows where all the doors are in that place? We need to get some of those doors in that website. Doors.
Honey, you left the gator door open again.
Dude, right?
Like
But yeah.
shit.
That's crazy.
No, thank you.
The best part is we just talked to her cousin who is helping to kind of fix up the property and was staying there by himself and kept hearing voices calling to him from the woods. And he's like, I don't know if this is a haunting or like a vagrant family taunting me.
I mean, this is the middle of nowhere.
Right. It could
So
be
there's,
either.
like,
Yeah, it could be either one. I'll
it's probably ghosts.
take my chances.
That's exciting. Regardless, it's exciting to hear.
It's like a
maybe,
lock. It's like
but
a
you gotta
lock and
leave
key
after.
house. It's what it sounds like. It's a lock and key house without all the crazy keys. The doors are just fucking open.
The only thing
Good
guarding them
analogy.
is spiders.
Yeah, exactly. You got banana spiders to be like, whoa, don't go this way.
No. Yep.
This banana spiders had reminded me of the Sculptulas in Zelda.
Oh shit! Yeah, there you go.
And there was somebody who did a CGI artwork of like a really nice, realistic looking Sculptula, and it was spooky. Like if I had ever saw that, if that was a real thing, I would definitely freak.
Yeah, no, I don't want to live here anymore.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah,
And I don't know, it's just crazy. But
dude, that would be like praying mantises. I think praying mantises are aliens. Those things are aliens for sure. They're like scouts, alien
But-
scouts.
there's so many species that we don't really know about or rarely know about.
Like those
are
super
just-
fast flying orbs that just like appear out of nowhere and fly by. Those like things, dude.
Tesla explained that long ago. And it's something to do with Mercury and something else interacting within our atmosphere.
Wait,
That sounds
Mercury
exactly
the
like-
planet
That
or
sounds like,
Mercury the element?
whatever you
Those
describe.
mean
still
very
sounds like,
different
yeah.
things. in
Still
our
sounds like
world.
aliens.
That's true. The element then, the like liquefied metal.
That's even worse. Aliens.
No, because Tesla was from Venus. He was
Nikola Tesla was from
Vesuvius.
Venus.
Yeah. Well, apparently, according to like the CIA docs.
Yeah, dude, he's like the guy from Umbrella Academy. There's like other fucking civilizations out there.
Have you guys ever read the CIA documents on Tesla? Super fascinating.
You now.
Like
Why-
it-
yeah,
they,
right?
They didn't use his stuff because he was an alien.
and they specifically talk about like
That's not true.
It says verbatim that he was visited often by space people. And like they had explained to the CIA that he is Vesuvius or whatever. Like he's somebody from Venus. I forgot the name of it.
Venusian.
Yeah.
Venusian.
It's crazy
The Prince of Venus.
because they had when he died or whatever. They like went and stormed the hotel room that he was staying at, broke open the safe illegally, and took all the documents that he had. Because he was at the time working on
I did know that.
a
Yeah.
super weapon or super defense, as some would speculate, that basically it creates this like bubble around the United States that like just completely blocks any and all type of like missiles, bombs, anything like that.
Well, that would take some pressure off. They should have just let him build that.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so.
But he was
But
an
yeah,
alien, so
Who knows?
Becky, you're quiet suddenly.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
You're good now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were gonna pretend to be like, no, I can't. What's going on?
Me like that. I was gonna say, I guess that's why they had David Bowie play him in The Prestige, because to be accurate.
Yeah,
Alien.
that's a good,
Child.
It was a good movie.
really good. Josh, have you seen
remember
it yet? I remember we talked about it before.
It's so good. It's
The
so
Prestige. The
Oh,
Prestige.
no.
twisted and
Oh, man,
yeah,
it's a really good one.
Yeah. But you'll like look at Tesla and you'll be like, why are his eyebrows so manicured? And then you'll realize it's David Bowie.
Oh, because it's David Bowie. That's why.
Oh.
Of course.
Everyone says hi. That's like my favorite one for whatever reason. That's a vibe song right there for me.
Okay. All right.
Everyone's like, yeah, I don't know that song. Fuck that song.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, you didn't even hear what I said? I said his
I
song.
cut out.
Oh, his song, Everyone Says Hi. That's my favorite one.
Oh. Yes, I still got nothing.
That's not what most people would say. I like that.
Yeah.
Digging deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the dog says hi. That's it. That's the only line I need. But man, I gotta say, it's been an absolute pleasure having you guys on, and I mean, I could talk to you guys for hours. You guys have tons of stories that we didn't even get to cover. There's just so much excitement going on here.
Yeah,
It's true.
well,
It's true.
We'll definitely have to get you guys back on, and certainly we would love to be on your guys' show and talk all our crazy nonsense.
Yeah.
that
absolutely.
would be great. Yeah, we'll
Weird
set it
alien
up.
foot. Can't wait.
Dakota's alien foot. He's got tons of little crazy ghost stories.
the pig one.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get you on the books ASAP. It's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
But
Thank you
before
for having us on, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
of
is a lot
course.
of fun.
It's our pleasure. Thank you guys
Yeah,
for coming
blast.
on. Is there any words of wisdom you would like to give our viewers, aside from obviously, plug in your show, your socials. We'll have all the links in the description
Yeah,
below
absolutely.
for everybody as well.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, thanks again. Yeah, we are Becky and Diana of Homespun Haints. You can find our podcast anywhere you listen to this podcast. We also are on YouTube, youtube.com/Homespun Haints. You can follow us on social, pretty much any platform at Homespun Haints. We're on Twitter, Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all at Homespun Haints. We're not on Snapchat. We're not on MySpace.
Why are you listening to things we're not on?
I don't know. Like,
We're also not in the yellow pages. Come on. We'd be on MySpace. We're not that old. Come on.
Can I find you on Ask Jeeves?
Oh shit, dude! I haven't heard of Ash Cheese in forever. Holy shit!
That's the best one.
That was the original Siri.
yeah. Diana, do you have any parting words of wisdom?
I just, hopefully if you like macabre comedy and true ghost stories, you come listen to our show. But if not, these guys seem to be awesome. So you're doing okay.
Appreciate it.
We'll send them your way.
Yeah, this was so much fun. You guys appreciate it.
This is a
thanks
great
for
time
coming
for
on.
sure.
Well, everybody out there, stay mindless.
Stay mindless. Thank you for listening to the Mindless Morning Show. We appreciate you picking us out of the many great podcasts out there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell to get notified whenever we release a new episode or bonus content. Now go enjoy the rest of your mindless day.